The Cloud Portal Invoices tab is where project invoices are accessed and modified by users. Cloud invoice entries must first be created by the admin from the Cloud Setup dialog in order to be viewable here. Invoices are grouped by their associated jobs. Select the appropriate job name from the drop-down menu to view its associated invoices. To replace a cloud invoice with a CSV invoice file that's stored on the local computer, click on the invoice name to select it, then click the Upload button. To download a cloud invoice to the local computer, click the Download button. To modify the invoice data, click the Data button. Click the Add Row button to add a new row to the invoice. Click into the appropriate cell to modify its value. Set the appropriate tab radio button to determine the direction for the tab key. Reposition invoice items by clicking on the item and using the arrow keys. To recalculate invoice totals once numerical values have been updated, click the Calculate button. To export the invoice to a report file, click the Report button. Name the report file and then set the parameters for what is to be included in the report along with the desired report file format, then click OK to generate the report file. Prior to using the Build or Custom CSV buttons, some setup is required by the admin in the Cloud Setup dialog. The Build button allows you to create an invoice by importing columns of data from a report, and the Custom CSV button allows you to export selected columns of data from an invoice to a CSV file. Once column mapping has been set up by the admin, to build the invoice from the mapped report columns, be sure to click on the appropriate report in the Report tab to generate it, then click the Build button. Once column mapping has been set up by the admin, to export the mapped invoice columns to a CSV file, click the Custom CSV button. To modify the Notes field of the invoice entry, click the Notes button. To delete a cloud invoice, click on the invoice name to select it, then click the Delete button. To send an invoice file by email directly out of TradeTech, click the Send button, fill in the appropriate fields in the following dialog, then click the OK button.